Here's something the guy mounting your tires already knows and usually won't say, unless you ask him straight. The name stamped on that sidewall barely tells you who actually built the tire. Walk into any shop and you'll find two tires sitting on the rack. One wears a logo you recognize and a price that stings a little. The other has a name you might have never heard, sitting 40, 50, sometimes $100 cheaper. And here's the part almost nobody catches. Those two tires can roll out of the same company, designed by the same engineers, held to the same standards. What you're really paying extra for is the logo and the markup stitched right to it. That markup deserves a name. Call it the badge tax. And the moment you learn which plain-looking brands are quietly backed by the biggest tire makers on earth, you stop handing it over. So I went looking for the brands that get passed over for no real reason, the ones people who actually work on cars keep bolting onto their own vehicles. 5 made the list. Some are built by giants you'd recognize the second you saw the logo. Others have earned the trust of automakers you'd never expect to catch slumming it with a so-called budget tire. One of them comes with a catch too, the kind of thing most videos would quietly leave out, and I'm putting it right on the table so you can judge it for yourself. Stick around for that one, and before we're done, I'll show you how to spot one of these hidden gems on your own, so the next time you're standing at the counter, nobody talks you into the markup. Let's start with the brand most drivers have never even heard of. Laufenn. It looks foreign, it sounds cheap, and honestly, that's the reaction it's counting on you to have. But say it the way it's meant to be said, and you get your first clue about where it really comes from. The name is built off Laufenn, the German word for to run. That's no accident. Laufenn is the value brand of Hankook, created from scratch back in 2014 to do one very specific job: put Hankook engineering on a tire without stapling the Hankook price to the sticker. Now, if Hankook doesn't ring a bell either, here's why it should. Hankook is the 7th largest tire maker on the planet, and it is nowhere near some anonymous outfit cranking out filler rubber. Look at what the world's pickiest automakers bolt onto their cars straight from the factory, and Hankook keeps showing up. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the flagship of the flagships, rolls out on Hankook tires that had to pass up to 50 separate quality checks just to earn that little MO stamp on the sidewall. BMW, Audi, Porsche, Volkswagen, even Tesla, all of them put Hankook rubber under brand new vehicles. That is not a company you'd ever expect to be hiding behind a bargain badge. So, where does Laufenn fit into all that? The design work happens at Hankook's Technical Center in Hanover, Germany, the very same engineering operation behind the premium lineup. The tires get built in Hankook's own plant, not handed off to some random contractor. Same company, same engineers, same playbook. What actually changes is the name printed on the sidewall and the number printed on your receipt. And I'll be straight with you, because that's the entire point of this list. Laufenn is not a secret Hankook flagship in disguise. It sits in the value tier on purpose, and you can feel that in the fine print. The everyday, all-season, and the SUV models are the sweet spot here, with tread life warranties running from around 45,000 up to 65,000 miles, depending on which one you pick. Where I'd tell you to slow down is serious winter driving. The dedicated ice model is the soft spot in the lineup, and if you live somewhere the roads stay white for months, that's the one place I'd spend a little extra. But for a daily driver, a family crossover, or a commuter that just needs to work, you're getting real Hankook DNA for a good bit less than the badge sitting right above it. That's the pattern. Now let's turn to a brand hiding an even bigger name behind it, and this one is German, straight to the core. Here's the one that catches people off guard because the name sounds about as American as it gets. General Tire. It reads like a brand your grandfather swore by, and there's a reason for that. General was born in Akron, Ohio in 1915, back when that single city was the rubber capital of the world. And it's one of the very few original American tire companies still standing today. So far, so red, white, and blue. But flip that all-American story over, and there's a German engine bolted underneath it. Since 1987, General Tire has been owned by Continental, the engineering giant out of Hanover, Germany. And Continental is not a name you wave off. It's the fourth largest tire company on Earth, and it has been doing this longer than almost anyone alive. Continental put the first pattern tread on a tire all the way back in 1904. That is the company quietly standing behind the General badge. Now here's where it lands on your wallet. Continental runs General as its value tier, the more affordable lane sitting just below the premium Continental line. That does not mean you're getting somebody's leftovers. General pulls from Continental's engineering, and a lot of General tires are built inside Continental's own American factories, including the plant in Mount Vernon, Illinois. So you've got tires that are frequently American-made on a German company's dime, using a German company's know-how. You're buying Continental's playbook with a friendlier number on the tag. Take their most popular tire, the Altimax RT45. It's an all-season touring tire, and General backs it with a tread life warranty of up to 75,000 miles on the common sizes, stepping down to 65,000 on the higher speed rated ones. But the part I actually like is the small stuff most brands skip. There's a wear monitor molded right into the center of the tread, and as the tire ages, the lettering changes to spell out replace tire, so you're never squinting at the tread guessing how much life is left. There are alignment markers on the shoulders too, and if your wear starts going lopsided, the tire warns you your alignment's off before it chews through the whole set. That's genuinely handy, and you rarely see it at this price. I'll keep it honest though. The Altimax is a comfort and mileage tire, not a corner carver. It's tuned to ride quiet and last, not to chase lap times, so if you want sharp, sporty handling, this isn't the tire, and it isn't pretending to be. But if you just need a long-wearing all-season set that nails the boring stuff, you're getting Continental's engineering just one tier down for a solid chunk less than the Continental name itself would run you. This next one doesn't hide behind a famous logo, and that's exactly why it belongs on the list. Falken. If you've spent any real time around trucks, off-road rigs, or the people who build them, you already know the name. If you haven't, here's the short version. Falken is the brand enthusiasts and shop guys quietly recommend to each other, often before they'll ever point you toward the household names. But Falken is no scrappy little independent. It's a subsidiary of Sumitomo Rubber Industries, a Japanese company that ranks as the 6th largest tire maker in the world, and the same company behind the Dunlop name. So when you bolt on a set of Falkens, you're running rubber-engineered and stood behind by one of the genuine heavyweights of this industry. You're just not paying the heavyweight price. Where Falken truly earns its reputation is in the dirt. Its best-known tire, the Wild Peak AT3W, is the all-terrain that put the brand on the map, and automakers took notice. Toyota picked the Wild Peak AT3W as factory equipment on the high-end TRD versions of its Tundra pickup, the trucks built specifically to leave the pavement. Falken rolls out as standard equipment on a long list of others too, from the Porsche Macan to the Ford Bronco Sport. When a tire shows up bolted to a vehicle straight off the assembly line, that's the car maker itself vouching for it, not some ad campaign. And the AT3W backs the hype up where it matters. It carries the 3-peak mountain snowflake rating, which means it's actually certified for severe snow, not just hiding behind a vague all-season label. Falken's 3D Canyon siping helps it dig through mud, snow, and loose ground while still keeping its manners on the highway. It's covered by a 55,000-mile tread life warranty, which is strong for a tire this aggressive. One thing worth knowing: Falken has since launched the newer Wild Peak AT4W as the AT3W's successor, carrying a longer 65,000-mile warranty on most sizes. So right now, you'll find both sitting on shelves. Here's the honest trade-off though, because physics never hands you anything for free. This is an all-terrain tire, and those chunky tread blocks that grab dirt so well also drum up a little more noise on the freeway than a smooth touring tire, and you'll likely give back a touch of fuel economy. This fourth pick is the one I promised to level with you about, because it comes with a complication most videos quietly bury. The brand is Kumho, a South Korean tire maker, founded in 1960 that spent decades proving it's far more than just another fly-by-night operation. It's an original equipment supplier to some genuinely demanding automakers: BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen, along with Hyundai and Kia. Car makers at that level don't bolt mystery rubber onto a brand new vehicle, so landing an OE contract is one of the toughest credentials a tire brand can earn. And Kumho isn't just coasting on old contracts either. In 2024, two of Europe's most respected independent testers, ADAC and Autobuild, ran its EXTA HS52 through a full battery of tests, and it didn't just hang in there. It finished right at the top of the field, alongside the Continental Premium Contact 7 and the Michelin Primacy 4 Plus, and it actually led the entire group on treadwear. That's a tire a lot of people write off as a budget Korean option, going blow for blow with the most premium names on the rack for a good deal less money. Now here's the complication, because you deserve to hear it straight. Plenty of folks still picture Kumho as a purely Korean company. It isn't, not entirely. In 2018, a Chinese tire conglomerate called Double Star bought a controlling stake in Kumho, right around 45%, which makes it the majority shareholder today. That's the detail these lists love to leave out. But here's the honest read on it. The deal was essentially Chinese capital backing Korean engineering. Kumho's design work, its R&D, and its core manufacturing stayed Korean run, and the tires kept clearing the same automaker standards they always had, which is exactly why it still earns its place here. If you want the proven picks, the Solace All Season is the popular everyday choice, often carrying a treadwear warranty up to 75,000 miles, while the EXTA line is where you get that test-winning performance without the premium sticker. And if buying American-made matters to you, Kumho builds tires right here in the States at a plant in Macon, Georgia. So that's the catch, laid right out in the open. A genuinely good tire, a real original equipment pedigree, recent test scores that go toe-to-toe with tires costing a lot more, and an ownership story that's messier than the label lets on. You can decide for yourself whether that last part changes anything. For my money, it doesn't. That leaves one final brand, and it might be the most surprising name on the entire list. because almost nobody connects it to the giant that quietly bought it up just a few years ago. The last name on the list is one your family has probably trusted for years, even if you've never once stopped to think about who owns it now. Cooper. Cooper is about as American as a tire gets. The company's roots run all the way back to 1914 in Akron, Ohio, and it spent more than a century earning a reputation as the dependable, fair-priced tire, the kind of brand handed down from one generation of drivers to the next. Its headquarters still sit in Findlay, Ohio, and plenty of Cooper's tires are still built right here in the United States, in places like Findlay and Tupelo, Mississippi. But here's the part almost nobody connects. In 2021, Cooper was bought by Goodyear in a deal worth roughly $2.5 billion. Yes, that Goodyear, one of the original American giants of the tire world, grouped right alongside Michelin and Bridgestone. And here's why that matters to you. Goodyear didn't swallow Cooper and bury the name. It kept Cooper running as its own brand, with its own lineup and its own engineering team. So what you're buying today is a tire still priced like the scrappy independent it's always been, but now with the manufacturing muscle, the resources, and the retail network of a global powerhouse standing behind it. That combination shows up in the actual products. Take the Discoverer AT3 4S, one of Cooper's most popular all-terrain tires. It's certified for severe snow, it wears that three-peak mountain snowflake stamp, and it's backed by a 65,000-mile tread life warranty. Move over to the touring side, and Cooper stretches even further with everyday tires like the CS5 Ultra. Touring, warrantied up to 70,000 miles, and some of its touring lines reaching all the way to 80,000. Those are serious numbers, and Cooper has the racing history to back up the engineering, with decades spent in everything from off-road truck racing to formula cars, all of it feeding into how these tires actually get built. Now let me be fair with you, because that's been the deal this whole video. Cooper isn't trying to be a flagship Michelin or a premium Goodyear, and it doesn't pretend to be. It lives in the value to mid-tier, and in the most extreme off-road runs or the highest performance driving, a top-dollar specialist tire will still edge it out. So there you have it. 5 tire brands that prove a lower price tag does not automatically mean lower quality. While most drivers focus on advertising, logos, and reputation, experienced mechanics tend to focus on something much simpler: real-world performance, long-term durability, and value for every dollar spent. The truth is that some of the smartest tire purchases are sitting right next to the big-name brands, often costing far less while delivering results that surprise even seasoned drivers. The next time you're shopping for tires, do not just ask what is popular, ask what actually works. That one question can save you a lot of money and a lot of regret. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more no-nonsense breakdowns of the products, machines, and equipment people buy every day. And before you go, tell me in the comments which tire brand you're currently running, or which one you're considering. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.